I've just drilled the holes for the slotted blind hole and all the rest of it. Now, I'm going to line up the outside using a pen, just so I can show you, line the outside of the holes. This is where I'm going to chisel down and make it nice and clean. So I'm just going to manipulate that a little bit because there's a bit adrift on the outside. I'm also going to turn it over to the opposite side. So just line the outsides of the actual holes that I've already drilled and chisel it away. I'm going to do that, mark that one there, turn that around, and also do this one here, keyhole. So just the outside of the bottom hole, and then the outside of that hole there. So it's going to be a keyhole effect. So I'm going to turn it on the opposite side. Turn it around. So there. And here. Okay, so now I'm just going to lightly chop out, probably rest that on the top of there, my bench hook. Right, so I'm putting my bench hook in because I'm going to do some light chiseling, sash clamp, not sash clamp, F clamp, and I'm going to use a 25mm, in this case a 32mm chisel. Here we are, 32. Nice wide one, and then it's the other one. Yeah. Let's use that. Let's chop this down here. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Mallet, chisel. Here we go. So just fire up those lines.
How far down do you go, H?
So just halfway. I'm not going right the way through. I'm just going to go halfway of the depth of the cut. So I'm just going to do this side. Oh. Okay, so let's turn that around. Have a blow off every so often. In this case now. So just produce that little slot there, slotted hole, nice clean inside. So now I'm going to do the little keyhole at the top there. pat that in the vise. Size, yes. Let me use that one.
I'll tell the viewers H what size.
Yeah. Yeah. So, 13. Right. So I've decided I'm going to use a 10. Yeah, I think I'll use a 10. Right. So now I'm going to use a 10mm bevel edge chisel to produce my keyhole of this exercise. Right, so start in the middle, just lightly, just turning the chisel so that I can just lightly, so just going halfway down actually, not right the way through one side. I'm just gonna, a little bit at a time, just chiseling it away, nice and straight. And just remember, trying not to obviously lever it one way or the other, just holding the chisel nice and straight. So, now I'm gonna, I think that's as far as I'm going to go with that. Now I'll just chisel part of the way through for the keyhole. I'm going to turn it over and do this opposite side. And again, just have a little blow down prior to putting this material back on the face of the bench. Just lightly crank that up. And then now I'm just going to chisel this away there. So just removing that nice and lightly. Now you might find it a bit finicky, and it is a bit finicky, meaning, yeah, but it's just perseverance, and you'll get there in the end. So I'm going to turn this around now, because I think I'm nearly through, not quite though, nearly. Okay, so coming through now, here we go. So, there we have it, my keyhole.
Very good.
So the same on the back.
Very good.
Yeah, here we are. So, now Done a housing, cross housing, slotted hole, blind hole, keyhole, and last of all, we are going to cut our compound angle using a handsaw. I'm positioning the last cut of this is our compound angle. So I'm going to cut that using my handsaw. Now I've positioned the actual component how I'm going to saw this compound angle, which is slightly in the vise at a slant, but I'm going to pull down like this and then just saw this right way through, and afterwards do a little bit of tweaking with the plane just to get the saw marks off. So this is how I'm going to start. 1, 2, 3, and away I go. Okay, so I've cut that compound angle using my handsaw, and as you can see, it's quite a neat cut, quite a clean cut. I just want to clean up the end grain and just neaten it up slightly. Now, I'm going to do that using my smoothing plane here. Now, a little tip: if I take the corners off the actual timber prior to me planing, so I'm taking the little, what they call the arris, right? Arises is just a sharp corner. I'm just going to take this off with my plane there, and just a little bit here. So I'm going to be planing in this direction, going at an angle like this, like that. Why? Because it's going to be better slicing across this way than it is going across like this way. So I'm going across at a diagonal. Okay, so setting my plane properly, so just looking at the blade, looking down on it, I just want a fraction sticking out, and then away we go. So I'm going to go across here like this. So all I'm doing is cleaning the saw edge. Okay, so let's doing that all. Now I'm just going to lower the actual piece of timber. Just lower down because it's shaking a little bit. So I'm just going to take this off. Retract the blade slightly. Right, I'm just going to take a little arris, bit more of the arris off of there, off of the corners. This there. So there we have it. What I'm going to do now is just tidy it up, plane off all the plane marks, give it a little polish up with the dressing up with the smoothing plane, and that is it for this job actually. Okay, so starting with the widest side, let's put it in the vise. What I'm going to do is just lightly clean up the face, but lightly. So what I'm doing here is really pushing out the blade just so that giving it a nice little tidy up prior to cleaning all the clay marks off of it. So I'm not going to take nothing there. You don't need it on the rebate because you want that nice and clean. But the rest of it, that's it. Okay, so now it's your turn to have a go.